But I feel since I'm younger, I'm more optimistic about life, I think that life is endless opportunities and the only person stopping us is ourselves. So that's what I feel, and that's what I will look to always embody, the idea of the Ubermensch, the men who can overcome, that's what I always feel. No matter what I do, what I write, or whatever I do, I always want to embody the message of the Ubermensch within me.
That's quite wonderful. Could you tell me a bit about the concept of the death of God as explored in your book? What are your thoughts on the decline of religious belief in society?
Death of God was a Nietzschean concept which was first introduced by him, and it does not necessarily mean the death of the being, like the physical being, but more of, since science and technology have now come so far where it can explain things which, religion had a monopoly on. We didn't know how the world worked or where we came from or why we came here. So we had God. God has given us a purpose. God created us for, His plan or whatever. But now, through all
ನೀವು ಪೋಷಕರಾಗಲು ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಚಿಂತಿಸದಿರಿ. ಓಯಾಸಿಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ 90,000 ದಂಪತಿಗಳ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನು ತಂದಿದೆ. 7825893600 ಗೆ ಕರೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅತ್ಯದ್ಭುತ ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗುಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ.
Scientific developments, we can know that, we're just chemistry, we're like atoms and all these things. So it really puts humans in like this insignificant place, and it's really damning. Like when you really, truly like understand, what is nothingness, it's something scary. So I feel this book is something which it gives you hope where, you can overcome this nothingness. Like nothingness doesn't mean that it's an issue. If there's nothing there, it's a freedom for you to create something of your own. And I feel that's what we should do as humans.
That's such an interesting viewpoint. In the chapter titled Modern Life and the Simulation, how do you address the idea that our reality may be a simulation? What are your thoughts on the increasing influence of technology on our lives?
I don't have a problem with technology. I have a problem with the comfort that technology has given us today. Comfort is the first thing that kills everything that is great in a man. I feel struggle is the fundamental root of everything that is valuable, meaningful, or even worth chasing. And technology, it eliminates struggle, so therefore it eliminates meaning. So I feel even kids nowadays, no one wants to go out and play in mud and fight with each other. Everyone wants to just sit at home and watch TV or stay on their screens. So even with social media now, we can see people live fantastic lives which they're never going to live in real life, and wear all these beautiful clothes and go to all these beautiful places, all just sitting at home and scrolling through. So that's why I feel our life is a simulated life, and we have to break through this, we can't stay. We're basically being treated as serial numbers nowadays. We're no longer individuals, we're more of, customer number 100 and something.
But do you speak for your own generation, Karan, when you say that?
Absolutely.
So you do feel that we are being increasingly ruled by technology. Do you think that we lead lives through our screens now?
Yeah, I feel that, and also I feel, this idea that history is progressing towards a better side for humanity. I don't think so. I think human beings as a species are a degenerative and decadent species who just, regress over time. Like we are nowhere, and we are way inferior to the men of the Greek, or we cannot produce art or literature like those in the Renaissance time. So, screens are not just interfering with us, like social media is now, it's proven that it changes your neurochemistry, it changes your body posture, it changes your eyesight, your attention span. So, we're being controlled in every single way, and we no longer have, we think we're free, but we're not. You know what I mean?
We are victims of our cell phones right now, in other words. The chapter, The Crisis of Masculinity, stands oddly apart from the rest of the book. Could you tell me a bit more about what prompted you to explore the issue and your thoughts on its impact?
I feel men nowadays have a lot of hostility towards them. They get a bad rep, but no one, like, the definition of a true man will obviously always be subjective. But for me, someone who I appreciated, the first man I really appreciated for, his masculinity was, I would say, my father. And you know, men in the past, they were big, they were strong, they were the ones who went into the jungles, they fought the animals, they built the homes. You know, these were the men. But now we're just shoppers, we're just, you know, just waiting in line to buy our thing. And men no longer feel like they're part of anything. It's like we're all deep down, we're becoming white collar slaves. And I feel men are capable of so much more. They can strive for so much more. I just feel that our current surroundings just do not let men to express themselves, you know. Healthy aggression, now all that is seen as toxic. So I feel it's a problem. It definitely is.
I mean, where does one draw the line, really? I think that's what we argue about constantly. In the foreword, you dedicate the book for all, yet for none. But in a real sense, who would you say it is aimed for? Or would you say that you wrote it for yourself, to get your thoughts out there without the need for it to be read by anyone at all?
I feel a true philosopher is more afraid of being understood than being misunderstood. Because when I don't think a philosopher can ever truly express 100% of his ideas. There's always some part, you know, which words can't express, or it's just something that maybe the writer himself doesn't know. But this book and what I've written and what I've thought, I feel if you truly understand the depth of it, it's a scary thought, you know. It's like it's nothingness. So this book it's for everyone to read. Anyone can pick it up and read it, but not everyone's going to understand it. So that's why I wrote that, you know, it's for all yet none. Like everyone needs to hear this, but at the same time, no one needs to hear it. So yeah,
that's interesting. And did the process of writing the book have any impact on you?
No, I wouldn't say the writing had any impact on me, but it's just the reading and the research I did on myself, and you know, the countless hours I spent staring at walls and just thinking and writing on my own. So I don't think writing had any impact on me, but it was more of the thinking.
And when the book ended, when you finished writing it,
I never read it again.
You never did?
Never.
And you knew it was done?
It's done.
And you sent it for printing?
Sent it.
That's wonderful. That's absolutely amazing. One last question. What are you going to write about next? What is the next book going to be all about?
My next book, I'm more interested in films right now. I want to write movies and star on my own. Book writing is something, I'm only 18, there's only so much I can know. So I feel maybe when I get older, like even now, after finishing the book, I already feel like I know so much more, there's so much more to talk about. But I feel I won't do it justice if I just keep writing now. So let me just take some time off, do something else in my life, and then I will release my true magnum opus.
Unlike many writers, do you sometimes feel there's a book inside you waiting to get out, fighting?
There's a lot of things inside me waiting to come out, so I think I have to do justice to all of them.
But we will be looking forward to your next book, Karan, so that's for sure.
Yes,
I'm definitely going to expect something from there. A big hand for Karanlad, ladies and gentlemen.